For a decade, India's Enforcement Directorate has unleashed a storm of investigations. Thousands of money laundering cases, raids across the country, assets being seized. But what is the real truth behind these numbers? Now, there is data which has been filed by the central government in Parliament. And what does it point towards? From 2014 to 2024, that is a 10-year Modi Sarkar, the Enforcement Directorate in this tenure has filed a total of 5,297 cases under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. But how many of these cases which were filed actually ended up reaching the finishing line? Just about 43. That's the real number of cases which have completed trial. That contributes to less than 1%, just 0.81% of cases have seen a full trial. The rest, still pending, still dragging right through the system. And what about convictions? Only 40 convictions in 10 years. That means we have a conviction rate of less than 1% when compared to the total number of cases that have been filed. Other than this, 3 cases have ended up in acquittals. 3. What does that say about the evidence which is often collected over a very, very prolonged period of time by our great investigators? What about the evidence which has been gathered in thousands of other cases? Now, let's compare the conviction rate to the proportion or the percentage of the number of raids which have been carried out by the Enforcement Directorate. The ED's raids have exploded over the last 10 years. 7,264 searches in last 10 years. That's an 86-fold increase from the previous decade. 86 times more raids being carried out between 2014 and 2024. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate isn't just raiding. It's raiding, it's seizing, it's attaching and freezing assets like we've never seen before. Assets worth well over 1.21 lakh crores have been attached. 906 crores have been confiscated. That, ladies and gentlemen, is some serious money. And please, not for a moment, let's not forget the volume of cash which has been frozen as well. 2,310 crores in Indian currency and foreign currency has been locked away. So net, what are we really left with? Thousands of cases, thousands of raids, massive asset seizures, and of course, a lot of heartburn, a lot of heartache from those who have to face these investigators. Only 40 convictions and thousands of pending trials. Ask yourself, folks, is this justice or is this just a numbers game? The truth is that the Enforcement Directorate's powers have grown considerably. Across the country in different courts, whether in Mumbai High Court, the Delhi High Court, or even the Supreme Court, on several occasions, very strong statements have been made by learned judges about the misuse of Prevention of Money Laundering Act. But do we really have some solution in terms of some justice, some ability for those who are facing these investigations from the Enforcement Directorate not to be harassed? That is a real challenge before the authorities today.